The game was released, and that question is, how in the world can you catch legendary Pokemon in Pokemon Go? If you don't know, legendary Pokemon have actually been in Pokemon Go since the game was released on July 6th of 2016, but they haven't been released to the public, meaning that the legendaries are in the Pokédex of Pokemon Go. There's just no way to catch them, and today we're going to talk about how exactly we might be able to catch these legendary Pokemon in the future, because there's been some new news that's actually come out regarding legendary Pokemon and the possibility of us catching them in the near future. So that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. A lot of big stuff to dive into, but before I get into today's video, I do want to mention that I am going to be doing a giveaway to celebrate 2017, and hopefully 2017 is going to be a much better year than 2016, even though, I mean, we got Pokemon Go in 2016, so it wasn't too bad. And some sort of special event, some other people were saying where they're going to wait until they release the Master Ball, and then we're going to be able to catch legendaries in the wild. And then there's even some crazy speculation that we're only going to be able to get legendary Pokemon from legendary eggs. Well, it was actually turning out that Niantic actually had plans to release the legendary Pokemon during Christmas, which, you know, is around this time, but for some reason it was delayed. I guess they were having issues with the legendary Pokemon or something like that, but Niantic had plans to release them during some sort of Christmas special event, but obviously that didn't happen. So now people are like, okay, when are we going to be able to catch the legendary Pokemon? And when I say legendary Pokemon, I'm talking about Mewtwo and Mew, and then Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres. I'm not talking about the legendaries from Gen 2, alright? That's jumping the gun there. Let's focus on Gen 1 for now. I'll talk about that later in the video. But a lot of people are kind of speculating that we might be able to catch the legendaries on New Year's Eve, and that would make sense because everyone's going to be outside on New Year's Eve, at least in Times Square. I mean, it's so populated during New Year's Eve, and then everyone's going to obviously, you know, have their phones out, so it would make sense to release the legendaries during that time. But there's been no official announcement from Pokemon Go saying we're going to get Mewtwo or Mew on New Year's Eve, so it seems like that might not be a possibility, and it might just wait until later in the year. But I mean, it's going to be during some sort of special event, no doubt about it. I mean, Niantic has had plans since the start. I mean, even in the trailer for Pokemon Go, there's a special event happening where people are trying to catch Mewtwo in the trailer. They've had plans since the game, like before the game was even released, that they wanted to release the legendaries in some sort of special event. So that's how we're going to get the legendaries. It's some sort of special event, probably taking place around a holiday, or even they're just going to, I don't know, create some sort of special event maybe at random. But another speculation that a lot of people had is that we might get the legendary birds in the first few days of January. And the reason why is because we might get Articuno on January 1st, because Articuno, I've been over this theory many times, but Articuno contains the word uno, which means one in Spanish, so we would get Articuno on January 1st, and then Zapdos contains the word dos, which is two in Spanish. That would be on January 2nd, and then on January 3rd, we can get Moltres, which has tres, which is three in Spanish, so that would be on the 3rd of January. That's another theory the Pokemon Go community has created. It could actually happen, not too sure if it will happen, but in most likeliness, like, you know, without a doubt, I highly doubt we're going to be getting the legendaries on New Year's Eve. I feel like if Niantic was going to do something big like that, they would release it on Twitter and then make some sort of announcement pretty early on. So we haven't gotten an announcement, so I would not expect to catch legendary Pokemon on New Year's Eve. I'm sorry to break it to you guys, I just gotta keep it real. New Year's Eve, I would not expect to catch the legendaries. Plus, they already have another special event starting on the 30th where we're going to be able to catch more starter Pokemon. So it just, I don't know. I feel like they would have announced it by now if they were going to release the legendaries. So it seems like Niantic is going to wait and maybe release them in January, but it will probably, I mean, you know, like I said, they would probably make an announcement by now if it was going to be even in January. So they might actually delay the legendaries until maybe even the spring or summer of 2017, which definitely has a lot of people kind of ticked off because we definitely wanted to catch these legendaries sometime soon. The game's been out for already like half a year and we still haven't been able to catch the legendary Pokemon. So, I mean, Niantic definitely has to communicate to their fan base more, communicate to their players, and let us know what's going on with these legendaries, because it still is a big question mark today, and it has a lot of people pissed off, including myself, as you can tell. So definitely let me know in the comments when you think we're going to be able to get the legendaries, but it seems like Niantic is going to delay it until maybe the spring or even summer of 2017. So that's definitely some bad news for us. I'm not going to fabricate it though and be like, we might get it in, next week. I mean, the only possibility is getting legendaries on the 1st and 2nd and 3rd of January. That kind of makes sense, but in all likeliness, Niantic never made an announcement, so it's probably not going to to happen sometime soon. Niantic probably delayed the legendary Pokemon until summer and spring of 2017, which definitely is some bad news. So Niantic definitely needs to step up their game there, and I can definitely tell a lot of you guys are kind of pissed at that, but I am too. I'm just as mad as you guys. I wish we would get these legendaries sometime soon. And you know what? We're gonna make a statement today, alright? I hopefully Niantic can see this video, because I really want them to get the point that we want these legendary Pokemon. So I want you guys to share this video with your friends, let everyone know, even just tweet out tweet at Niantic and stuff like that you want the legendary Pokemon. Like, send them emails, do whatever you can do, because I don't think Niantic gets that we want legendary Pokemon this bad. So it just seems like a big issue Niantic's having at the moment, and hopefully they can, you know, release the legendaries sometime soon. But nevertheless, we're going to be able to get the legendaries in some sort of special event with the Master Ball, because when legendary Pokemon are released, they're actually going to release the Master Ball at the same time. If you don't know what a Master Ball is basically the Pokeball. When you throw it, it automatically catches the Pokemon. No matter how bad of a throw it was or how off target it was, it automatically catches the Pokemon. So Master Balls are going to be released at the same time as the legendary Pokemon in Pokemon Go. But we're not